Welcome, collectors and hobby enthusiasts. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Diecast Emporium. In today's video, we have the latest case of Hot Wheels Premium Fast and Furious. This is the Fast Stars set, released just a couple weeks ago. There will be a total of 5 models, so there should be 2 sets in this case, if we're lucky and if all things go to plan. You can pick this up now from my friends at jcardiecast.com. The way they have this set up is you can either buy this case, which, as I just mentioned, should have 2 complete sets, or you can buy just 1 set. The choice is yours. I'll have a link in the description for both of those. Let's go ahead and start the unboxing. This is a factory-sealed case. It has not been tampered with in any way, shape, or form. I purchased it. It was sent straight here. I have not opened it or taken a look at it at all, so we're going to do that all together here on camera. All right, here's our first look at it together. Looks like there's a spacer this time. That adds to the suspense. And there we go. Things look good. Looks like we do have 2 complete sets, so we're off to a good start. First, out of the box, we have the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. That is an impressive looking model. And as we always do, make sure you stay tuned all the way to the end of the video because we are going to open one of these and take a closer look at them on the spin table. So you get to see each of these out of the box and up close. The Trackhawk is a new vehicle that we have yet to see in the franchise. As you can see, it is from Fast 9, which is scheduled to premiere later on this month. And here's the other one. So 2 of those. Next is another new model. For the movie, anyway. It is the 1992 Ford Mustang from Fast 9. Again, we don't know who's going to be driving this in terms of the franchise, but I like to kind of read into the background that the artists at Hot Wheels do because it's so impressive on these car culture and Hot Wheel premium sets. You can see it looks like it might be obviously somewhere on the street, so potentially this is a drag race vehicle. And on the Jeep Grand Cherokee, looks like they may be out in the wilderness somewhere, because it looks like it's out in the desert, potentially. So read into that what you will. And then here is the other one. I do like the paint on the Mustang in particular. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the Fox Body Mustang itself, but man, that Mustang color, the teal color, dark teal, looks great, especially in that translucent paint. All right, next, from Furious 7, we have the W Motors Lycan Hypersport, kind of a candy apple red. There's that one. 2 of these. Number 5 of 5. So this is the first one in the case anyway that is not from the new movie. Here's another one that we've seen before. Actually, one of the most famous cars in the entire movie franchise. This is the Mitsubishi Eclipse. This is a 95 model, although it doesn't say it. This is one of the first vehicles that you see in the first movie. Brian O'Connor's Mitsubishi Eclipse as he's kind of learning how to drive. This is it's not a new model, but it has new wheels on it. We'll take a closer look and compare and contrast again once we get to the actual unboxing of the car. This is the one I'm really excited about, and I'll share the story again behind this in just a minute. This is the Dodge Charger, which is a custom Dodge Charger. It's a 1968 model. This thing is going to be awesome when we get a chance to see it on the big screen from Furious, or Fast 9, I should say, the Fast Saga. So 3 cars from the new movie, 1 from Furious 7, and then 1 from the original Fast and Furious. When we come back, we'll have the spin table out, and we'll take a closer look at each and every one of these, so make sure you guys stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss the second half of this video. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with me, and welcome back. So, let's open these in terms of the way they appeared in the set. So number 1 of 5 will be the first one we opened. This is the Mitsubishi Eclipse. I mentioned before it's not a new casting. We've seen it before. We saw it several years ago. There's the first version, so you can take a look at that while I'm opening the new one. I'm not sure that there's significant enough changes to the actual graphics or the tampos on it, but the most significant difference, of course, is the new style wheels, which I do think adds a lot to the car. I think that the wheels on the initial version, this one, I think are a little bit closer to the actual movie design, so it's a little bit more accurate to the actual movie car. That being said, I think it looks better on the new version, the version that just came out in this set, even though it's not exactly accurate to the one that's in the film. The spoilers are the same. The license plates, the taillights, headlights, all that still is the same. The shade of green appears to be the same. There's no color deviation there at all. So it's really kind of tit for tat, pick your poison. I don't think it's necessary to obtain both of them, especially if you don't collect all the Fast and Furious sets. But if you are a completionist, definitely pick up this Eclipse. Okay, number 2 in the set. Again, we don't have a whole lot of information, at least at this point. Is the 1992 Ford Mustang. Got a little bit ahead of myself there. Number 2 in the set. Not going to show you the card. We already saw that in the first part of the video. I am not a huge fan of Fox body Mustangs. I never have been. It's really the only generation or version of Mustangs I'm not a huge fan of. But I do like the color on this. And I don't really know who's going to be driving this in the movie. If I had to guess, it probably is going to be... It seems like to me it would be something that Tyrese's character would drive. But I don't have any idea. Watch it be like the bad guy or something. It looks like it's equipped in a drag setup. You can tell that it has much larger wheels in the rear and much skinnier wheels in the front. For those that like looking at the base of cars, there you go. Hopefully it will adjust enough that you can see and read clearly. Looks like this was made in 2007. Copyright Mattel, 92 Ford Mustang, made in Thailand. There's your base code for those that pay attention to that. For those that want to see the underside of the Mitsubishi Eclipse, we'll go back to that momentarily. There you go. Copyright 2018, made in Thailand, 95 Mitsubishi Eclipse. Back to the Mustang. I mentioned before, the color, in my opinion, is probably the only thing that's going for this model. You do have the 5.0 tampo right here. It's pretty small, but it is legible. Headlights are nice, turn indicators. There's even small simulated hood pins in the hood, which I kind of like. I always like hood pins. Interior is pretty blah, just all black, and it does have chrome wheels. 2 exhausts exiting at the rear, no license plate at the front or the rear, and the only other noteworthy thing to mention, again, very tiny, may not come across at all on camera, but if you look at the center of the front bumper, written in black, is the word Mustang. Okay, let's go on to number 3. This is the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. Now this one, again, is going to be in Fast 9, so don't have a whole lot of information, but I can tell you that I did see a quick glimpse of it, blink and you'll miss it glimpse, during one of the trailers for Fast 9. I think it was during the Super Bowl. And it was being driven by Tej, and I think it had Ramsey in there as well, maybe one other character. But the cool thing about this Jeep is it's not just a Jeep. This is a supercharged Jeep. I think it has the Dodge Hellcat motor in it, maybe. Could be wrong on that. I have to fact check myself when this video's over. But if you want a Jeep with a hell of a lot of horsepower, this is something this is what you want. I believe this was unveiled in 2018, 2019, somewhere in there. It's also a very heavy vehicle, so you're not going to really get the full appreciation of all that power because you can't put it all to the ground. But if you want a overpowered grocery getter with 4 seats, plenty of room for the kids and the dog, and you can convince your wife, then maybe this is the vehicle for you. But in terms of where we see it in the movie, we don't really know. But the Hot Wheels version, quite nice. Lights, your grille, those are all tampoed on very nicely. Hard to bring out a lot of detail because of the color gray. You have Jeep back here in white. You have Grand Cherokee and Trailhawk, I believe, here written in black. But again, it's hard to really even see it. The wheels are a highlight. I believe those are the 5 spokes that people talk about all the time. You have your sunroof, so you can see right down in it. As I mentioned before, plenty of room. The base of this one looks like that. Let it focus for a minute. Copyright 2020, made in Thailand. Your base code. FCA is Fiat Chrysler America, the parent company of Jeep, Dodge, and a few other companies in the Fiat Chrysler group. I think this is probably my favorite one in this 5-piece set, or I should say my second favorite one in this 5-piece set. But as we're going through this, you guys let me know down in the comments section below which of these is your favorite in this 5-piece set. All right, let's move on to number 4. I'm so excited that I almost messed this up. This is my favorite out of the 5, hands down. This is a Dodge. It's just listed as Dodge Charger, but technically it is a custom 1968 Dodge Charger. Now, I read a couple articles on this before I started this video. The production for the movie spent over $1 million on just this one car. And it's a mid-engine Dodge Charger. Obviously, Dom is going to be driving it throughout the movie. And it's a little bit hard to see now that I destroyed the card. But they actually, for the card art, they tried to simulate driving it through the United Kingdom, which I guess Dom is going to be doing it in the movie. And you can kind of see that in the card a little bit. That's why I like reading into the background of the cards on these, because it might give you a little bit of foresight into the movie. But anyway, back to the cars, which you guys care most about, of course. This thing is awesome. I mean, it's a mid-engined Dodge Charger, 1968 version. I think in almost every Fast and Furious film, you'll see a Dodge Charger in it, with the exception of Tokyo Drift, which I think there's a Challenger at the end of it, at the very end, where Dom makes a cameo appearance. But I believe in this movie, you'll see 4 different Dodge Chargers. This one, obviously, being the big one, the movie car. But there is the mid-engine in the back, all done up in beautiful chrome. You have this gold or copper, whichever color you most think it resembles, racing stripe with RT for road and track. Your large wheels, your base, which one of these times it won't be upside down when I do it. There we go. Once again, 68. Well, it does say 68 underneath this one. Okay. Well, at least the article I did research on wasn't wrong on the ear. Copyright 2020, Mattel, 68 Dodge Charger, made in Thailand. Your base code, by far, of these 5, again, it bears repeating, if my opinion means anything to you, this is my favorite car, and I can't wait to see in the movie. Apparently, the article went on to say it incorporates a lot of old school and modern day technology. There are some hybrid elements inside this, which I would love to see how that works. Because it has a Dodge Hellcat motor in this as well. But we'll just have to see. All right. And the last car in the Hot Wheels Premium Fast Star set. This is from Furious 7. So this car is, in my opinion, despite its name, the Lykan Hypersport, this thing is hyped up. This car really doesn't do a whole lot for me. I've never really been a fan of it. And in the movie, it's somewhat comical because they mention that there's only like 7 of these in the world, yet they managed to break into where it's being held somewhat easily. Like really easily. Like they pretty much just walk right in. Not only did they manage to do that, but they managed to steal it, and then they end up going, literally building hopping through Abu Dhabi with this car. So it's just, and that's the Fast and Furious way. It's so out of this world. It's funny. It's entertaining. That's why kind of people enjoy the movies. But as far as the car goes, I do like the paint. It does stand out. but I just don't like the overall profile of the car. It feels rushed. It feels busy. It doesn't feel like a Lykan Hypersport. It doesn't look realistic. If you look up pictures of this car on the internet, because chances are, if you're like me, you'll never be able to afford one in real life, let alone see one in real life. It just doesn't look like the car at all. You do have a lot of casting detail, but I just don't feel like it's that accurate. But, I mean, if you want a model of a Lykan Hypersport for less than $6, here you go, in roughly 1/64 scale. But, again, it's just not my favorite, and I see a lot of collector polls out there, and a lot of people like this car, and I don't want to, by any means, I don't want to diminish that, but in my opinion, this doesn't do anything for me. So, on that unfortunate note, we will conclude this video. Once again, this is the Hot Wheels Premium Fast Star set. It is kind of sort of in stores now, although good luck finding it, especially good luck finding a complete set. So that's why I always encourage you to go to my good friends at jcardiecast.com, purchase you a set there, or purchase you a case there if you want 2 sets, one to keep as a collector's item and perhaps one to open and put in your display case. I do think it will become a pretty prized item, especially once people see the significance and value of this car in particular on the big screen. As always, I'm Tommy with Diecast Emporium. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, take care and be safe. I'll see you in the next review.